Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to go through the process of building a plugin with PluginBuilder and debugging it with Visual Studio when it's loaded as a custom operator. You can see step-by-step instructions for this video right here on the README of the repository. So I'm going to create a plugin called Demo Python Chop, and it's going to use the Chop with Python class. And now that that's created, I'm going to save this project. I'm going to close this project, and I'm going to reopen it now. So I'm able to load the custom operator. I have to reload TD for the operator, the upcreate dialog to be updated with the new operator. Okay, so that's here now, and open the upcreate dialog, custom demo Python chop, load that. So we have that loaded in our network now, and we can see there's a callback stat field here. We have to, for Python bindings, when creating Python bindings in custom operators or in plugins in Touch Designer, the plugin has to be loaded as a custom operator for those bindings to be available in Touch Designer. So we have to load the operator this way. We can't load this one here if we want to test and troubleshoot those bindings. So yeah, that's one of the main purposes for this particular workflow. And also, I'm going to now disable cooking on PluginBuilder because we're not going to use that for this example anymore. I'm going to hit save on this toe. So what we're going to do is we're going to load Visual Studio next, and we're going to build with release with debug info configuration, and then we're going to select a startup item that's been created and that will be created in the settings, and that startup item will be Touch Designer with an argument for this project. So we'll start this project from Visual Studio. So next, I'm going to navigate to the plugin project directory. I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to open Visual Studio. You could open directly from Visual Studio and then navigate to this directory. Either way works. Visual Studio is able to find the cmakelist.txt file and understand that it's a CMake project, and it will configure and generate the project. So we've done that. I'm going to switch to release with debug info, which we have to use for Python, or release with debug. Debug, Python's not too happy in nearly any case that I know of with just straight debug. And then I'm just going to open up the source file so we can set some breakpoints. Execute. And so we've generated and configured with release with debug info. And next here at the top, I'm going to select our startup item, which is going to be launch demo VS. So you'll find for each config on the left here, you'll find launch your project name.to. So our project name is up here. We have demovs.to. So all these. So if I switch to debug or release, you'll see that same launch your toe name here on the right. And I can't get rid of this one here, this demo python chop.dll. It's one that Visual Studio is making automatically based on the DLL, but it's basically useless. So you have to have your own custom one, which is created by PluginBuilder, so you don't have to think about that or anything. And now I'm just going to hit start. And that will compile it, or if it hasn't been compiled, it will compile it, and if not, it will just start the project. So start a Touch Designer. Touch Designer is asking me if I want to start, if I trust this plugin, and I do, or operator or DLL. And now we've loaded, everything's working, and now we're debugging. So we're good to go pretty much. I could set some breakpoints here. We're not in this section of the loop because we have inputs, so we're in this section of the loop. I can put a breakpoint here on speed. Well, it's already actually jumped to, I guess I missed it, jump to args, and I'm going to put one here on this for loop. So we're blocked now by this breakpoint, and now we can step through our breakpoints. And this loop is looping a couple times, so I have to click a few times, and we could see every so often, every 2 times around, we're updating our value over here in the chop. And we can see all these values in locals being set, and auto we can see a little bit more of a reduced output. So there's our output, there's this, so this is this class, so we got all these values here, same as usual, and that's it. You're good to go. You can edit here, you can continue debugging, we can get rid of these breakpoints and hit continue, and we're cruising again. And if we want to make some big changes, we can hit stop, and we could recompile, make some big changes, and then start it up again. I haven't yet found edit and continue super useful, or hot reload, but we are using edit and continue right now, sorry, but hot reload I haven't found super useful. Maybe if you're just changing some small values, but if you're making some bigger changes, I haven't really seen it work that well yet. But it does work. It's a little bit slower than directly developing inside of Touch Designer, but at the same time, you're able to step through your code, and you're able to load and edit Python bindings. So that's kind of one of the big bonuses here. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, well, if you have any questions or if you have any issues, please let me know on Discord or on the derivative forum, and I'll be happy to help you out. Great, thank you.